Good afternoon, Bobcats. Welcome back to another episode of The Sage.
We'll start with a look on one of our robotics teams,
Followed by an on the street that's sure to grab your attention.
a feature of a walk for women's health awareness,
An update on the boys lacrosse team.
and wrap it up with news.
It's March 18th, 2026. I'm Ava Sherman.
And I'm Pernice, and the Sage starts
Right now. Hey Mia, have you been following the Force Robotics team?
I haven't. How are they doing?
I'm not sure, but I heard they're going to a huge competition.
Ooh, that's cool.
Here's Sunil with a deeper look into the team.
Recently, Sage Creek's Force FTC Robotics team qualified for the FTC World Championship.
This weekend, Force competed at the San Diego Regional Championship, and we went undefeated in both the qualifiers and the playoffs, winning the San Diego Championship and advancing to the World Championship for the first time in 8 years in Sage Creek history.
One of the big things we've seen as Force has developed as a team is we've seen the Sage Creek robotics program develop too. We now have 120 members in the Sage Creek robotics program, split across now 6 teams. This year we had to design a robot to pick up these balls and shoot them into a basket. There are a couple more things to it that make it a little unique.
In a program with over 8,000 teams globally, Force is excited to represent Sage Creek.
It's been Kieran and mine's dream to advance to Worlds for the 9 years of robotics that we've been doing together, and to see it happen in our last year, the last chance that we could make it, really meant something.
In the past 8 years, no public school team has ever qualified for the World Championship from the San Diego region. We're going to be flying out to Houston in late April to compete against 336 other teams from 66 different countries. There's going to be over 50,000 people there, and it's going to be a super fun experience meeting people from all over the world. We are very proud of this accomplishment, but we also lack the same resources and funding that most of the private teams before us and right now have.
To get there, Force asked for local support.
I'm Ad, the business lead at Force. And to my friends at Sage Creek, we're going to do it all at Worlds, but we can't do it without you. To help us reach this goal, you can donate at carlsbaded.org/Force.
This has been Sunil Musson reporting for the Sage.
Good luck to them in their competition.
I'm curious to see how they do.
The robotics teams here are definitely a classic part of the Sage community.
I agree, but what makes something a classic?
Let's ask our fellow Bobcats. Here's Leah and Gunnar with an On the Street.
This is Gunnar Englert on the street, and today we're going to be asking people what makes a movie a classic. Let's see the school's responses.
Gabriel.
Will.
Mateo.
Dr. Way.
Oh, Chris Robertson.
Theo, I'm wondering, in your opinion, what makes a movie a classic?
I feel like what makes it of a classic is if you watch it during your childhood and then you rewatch it in when you're 80 or 67 years old.
Any movie that really just creates a genre, kind of solidifies itself as one of the best of that genre, and really just becomes an example for multiple generations on what a movie should be.
In your opinion, what makes a movie a classic?
Well, if it's funny and it doesn't try too hard, and if it's really high quality.
For me, a classic movie is something that's timeless. It's something that I can go back to, watch again, get inspired by.
I think it has to be really quotable and have a lot of iconic actors and actresses.
Well, the integration of the music with the characters, perfect example, Desperado. Antonio Banderas, Richard Rodriguez, check it out. Great mash of music, story, characters. It's awesome.
Those are some very interesting answers. Personally, I would have to say what makes a classic movie is when it's iconic through generations. This has been Gunnar Englert on the street and Leonardo Powers on the camera. Now, back to the anchors.
Those are some interesting responses.
I'm not sure what my answer would be. What about you?
I don't know. I'll have to give it more thought.
That might take a while. In that case, let's switch gears to a feature on a women's Endometriosis Walk in San Diego.
Here's Alya, Sterling, and Charlotte.
Raise your vibe. A women's health advocate company is on a mission to spread awareness this March for endometriosis, a reproductive condition where uterus lining tissue grows in other parts of the body. Rachel Rattel, the CEO, hosted an awareness walk in San Diego to bring community together and spread awareness.
So I'm Rachel Rattel. I am the CEO and founder of Raise Your Vibe. So I was officially diagnosed with endometriosis about 2 years ago through laparoscopic excision surgery. And in the midst of my healing journey and figuring out what I was going through and the root cause of my pain and symptoms, I felt pretty alone and isolated in what I was going through. And I couldn't find a community that catered towards the empowerment, the inspiration, and the educational aspects around women's health. So I decided to found Raise Your Vibe in the intention of doing any of those three, hopefully all of those three.
My name's Olivia Ohm. I've known Rachel since middle school and I went to high school with her and I think she's awesome. Being able to see people just like be out here, just like supporting, I love it. It's great.
Yeah, I guess I don't know, it's been so emotional. This is my first endometriosis event I've ever been to, and I didn't really know what to expect, and I think that I just feel so happy that I have I'm gonna cry, have such an amazing support system that came out to support me and my disease.
So the more we advocate, the more we spread awareness, the more we have these conversations, ideally the more people get diagnoses in a shorter period of time, and we eliminate again those stigmas so we can find a cure down the road and have better understanding of female anatomical processes.
The turnout today showcases that you are never alone. You will always have a community where you least expect it. And you don't even have to be human to support such a great cause. With camera operators Sterling Cooper and Charlotte Axson, I am Alya Alemdar reporting for The Sage.
It's cool to see so many organizations like Raise Your Vibe working to raise awareness.
Good luck to these organizations as they help this cause.
Speaking of health, Mia, how's beach volleyball going?
It's really good. I love it. How about you?
It's so much fun. I love learning about new sports.
Let's learn about another Sage Creek team. Take it away, Luke, Nixon, and Skylar.
Most people see lacrosse as just a game, wins, losses, and stats. But for this team, it's something more. It's leadership, pressure, and learning how to step up no matter where you fall on the roster.
Come out this season with a good mood and come to the field just feeling good about the sport. During our first game, when we were down 4-0 and everybody was kind of bummed out, but we just had to remind them we're still in this game, we still have another half to go, and came out with the win.
It's been really fun. I think a big part is the team dynamic, because it's fun to do something different, I guess.
And behind it all, a coach is shaping more than just plays, but building a team knowing how to push through pressure and working together.
Be more competitive, make playoffs, hopefully win a playoff game. Off the field is just grow as a team, get closer. There's a bunch of new players, so just becoming better people.
For captains, leadership isn't always about being the loudest. It's about being the one others can trust when things get hard.
Being a captain means leading the whole team, just keeping us a community, coaching up people who are new to the sport, and having fun.
It means a lot to me because it's something that I've worked for ever since I started playing. I always wanted to be a captain. I always wanted to lead the team. It's just motivating them and going back to us last season where we didn't really win a game. Our first game, we came out with a win, and that just going back to that feeling, just reminding them of that and how good it felt.
This season isn't just about who scores the most goals, it's about who leads, grows, and finds their place in this team. Reporting for The Sage, this has been Nixon Ebete with camera operator Luke Miller and Skylar Roy reporting.
They look like they will have a great season this year.
We'll have to show up to their games to support.
Good luck to them as they progress through this season.
Let's look at the other sports happening this week.
Here's Skylar and Makena with a news update.
Let's get into news for this week. Looking for a fun way to get involved on campus? Sage Creek Cheer is holding tryouts soon, and no experience is required. For more information, scan the QR code on the flyer and fill out the Google form. Last Friday, Sage Creek hosted the North County Conference Women in Sports Day, an inspiring event featuring powerful speakers. Coming up later this month is Ally Week, happening from March 23rd through the 27th during lunch in the cafeteria, featuring local speakers as well as activities and games. Speaking of campus events, Art Fest is coming up April 2nd, and we're celebrating with the Spirit Week from March 30th to April 2nd. The Jive Expo is happening today during lunch. An advisory: bring a resume and explore summer job and internship opportunities. ASB is also hosting a women's hygiene drive from March 10th through March 30th. Donation boxes are located in the front office and in the student store, and a list of needed products can be found on the boxes. Hungry after practice? The Sage Creek Track and Field team is hosting a fundraiser on March 26th through April 2nd from 3:30 to 7:30 p.m. right here on campus. Stop by for a taco truck and Kona Ice, where 20% of the proceeds will go towards supporting the track and field team.
Thanks, Makena. Now let's talk about sports. Today, Wednesday, March 18th, JV baseball hosts the La Costa Canyon Mavericks at 4 o'clock p.m. and girls varsity lacrosse plays at Fallbrook at 7 o'clock p.m. On Thursday, March 19th, varsity boys tennis travels to face Carlsbad at 3:30 p.m., while JV tennis hosts Carlsbad at 3:30 p.m. at Sage Creek. In addition, Frosh baseball hosts Mount Carmel at 3:30 p.m., while varsity baseball travels to Mount Carmel for a 4 o'clock game. JV baseball also hosts Mount Carmel at 4. Also on Thursday, varsity softball hosts Mar Vista Mariners at 3:30 p.m. at Sage Creek Softball Field, and girls varsity beach volleyball travels to play San Diego Academy at 4 o'clock p.m. at Warm Waters Beach Courts. On Friday, March 20th, girls varsity lacrosse travels to face Granite Hills Eagles at 7 o'clock p.m., and boys varsity lacrosse hosts Army-Navy Academy Warriors at 7 o'clock p.m. Lastly, several teams will be competing in tournaments on Saturday, March 21st, including softball, boys volleyball, and track and field.
Thank you, Skylar and Makena.
Make sure to come support the Sage at Chipotle on Palomar Airport Road on April 1st from 4 to 8 p.m. Mention the Sage at checkout, and for online orders, use our online order code to help support our program.
Well, that's all for the show.
Make sure to check out thesagenews.com for all of our content and follow us at The Sage Publication.
A big thank you to the Carlsbad Educational Foundation for their support for this show.
I'm Ava Sherman.
And I'm your Pernice reporting for
The Sage.